Hello, how are we? From a very hot, sweaty room, it's really warm today, isn't it? Probably not the best day to make in a video. I won't look very nice, but hey, just going to do a little video for this week, a sort of channel update and sort of some things I've been buying recently. Got some pickups recently, some games and some systems / games I've sort of bought over the past couple of months that I haven't really talked about. So, if you fancy having a gander at all that, just wait till after the intro. Yes, so here we are, the video for this week. It's sort of a bit of a channel update really, because I've been having a go at this since the start of the year, since January. We're sort of in July now, and it's sort of where I think I'm going, how the channel's sort of been doing, and you know where it's sort of going to head, I think. Quite chilled. So I've been quite happy, is it? I've met some lovely people along the way, the sort of YouTube community and the gaming community, the retro community, some lovely people who subscribe to my channel, and I'm having fun interacting with people, and I hope you are enjoying some of my content as well, so that's pretty good. I've obviously tried a few different things because I want to see how the channel has grown, and I started with a 9 minutes and 90 sort of gameplay one, sort of hammered them, but then I've tried some obviously repair videos, review videos, and just other videos, see how it sort of went, how I like to do it, and sort of refining my style was the idea. I'm still doing it, still refining my style, and there's probably still some changes to happen. But if you want to jot in the comments sort of bits you do like about my channel to help me, that'd be great. Obviously I can, look at the analytics and see what's going on, and sort of get a vibe from the comments that you leave already, so that's all really helpful and constructive. But yeah, I think going forward I'm going to try a few different things. I've got some ideas I'd like to do, but it's also trying to turn videos out a bit quicker, because as you probably noticed, I usually try and get it out on a Friday, but with just chaos of life at the minute, family, work, like we're isolating this week. My lad's isolating off school, and just trying to work from home and get everything done. By the time I get to doing videos in the evening, sometimes I just can't be bothered. My brain is frazzled, not in a creative frame to make videos. So they've ended up getting later and later, just due from my wife working later. Her job's been busy, so I've been looking after the kids and just things like that. So just need to be aware of that. What you need to take away from this is I will do a video each week, and I will try and get it out. I always put Friday sort of the end of the week because I've got time, usually the night before if worst case, to get stuff done, but I've even lost that at the moment, so it might be Friday or Saturday. I have got a Twitter, and I'll start trying to use it a bit more, and Facebook, if you do want to keep abreast to sort of go, hey, it's late. But rest assured, if for some bizarre reason it's not out on Friday when you do check in each week, if you're one of those lovely people that do, it'll be there out there. It might be Saturday, or might be late on a Friday, probably like this one's going to come out on. So bear with that. I'd actually like to do more videos, that's the plan, but it's coming up to some holidays. I'm going to go off with my family obviously and have some holidays hopefully in these crazy times, so I'll just try and get a video out each week. It's probably going to be a challenge enough until sort of September time, so that's where we are with sort of video stuff coming out. I like doing streaming. I tried about 2 or 3 weeks. I think about 3 weeks I managed to sort of do it, and it was hard enough to start at the right time. And there's just something about streaming. I really like doing it and like interacting with people live, but can I get timing right? Do kids want to play ball? No, so I might just wait with that. I'll try again probably later in the year, because I'd really like to do at least a weekly stream, whether it be on my YouTube channel or maybe over on Twitch. But I really do enjoy streaming, so we'll see if I can bring that back. But another sort of thing that I've noticed recently is I'm spending a lot of money on games, and I've sort of been buying from watching all these videos. I've got really into it, and I've not sort of been addicted. And I sort of, funny enough, watched a video by Geordie Slasher Gaming. I'll put the link to in the description below if you haven't seen it, and that sort of described his sort of situation where he sort of just got off YouTube for a couple of weeks because he was like, no, I'm getting a bit too addicted to buying games. Obviously it's costing a lot of money and everything. I don't think I'm going like that, but I can see I've bought lots of nice things, as you'll find in a minute, that I would have eventually bought, but I've just bought them all at once, and I'm just spending a bit much money at the minute, and you're not really playing with them. So probably a few less pickups for next month, definitely a couple of months, but more videos, because I've got loads of games to play. I can do loads of reviews, and generally talk about gaming like other channels, but pickups might leave just for a couple of months to ease off and then change. Obviously, same with sort of Mega Drive. That's my main focus this year, to try and get a nice Mega Drive collection going. And I've done some pickups for that this month, but again, might have a month off from that just to save a few pennies, because as we know in this retro community, it costs a bit of money, and you know, also family and other things getting away with that. Especially family and kids, they like to spend all your money as well. So the final thing is, when I started this channel, I wanted to sort of niche down and sort of just focus on the 90s, because that's generally where I am. But I'm going to expand that a bit and not just niche myself down to 90s. Watching other people's videos, I can do more sort of spread other generations of retro, but really I am mainly based in the 90s, as you'll see, because I want the Mega Drive, the sort of SNES, PlayStation 1, but I do like a bit of a PS2, a bit of a GameCube, and also I like Master System, sort of. I like to do a bit of early NES, even Spectrum, because quite a lot of people doing Sinclair and Spectrum stuff, so I did have one of them as a kid, so I'd really fancy buying one of them, as he just said, stop buying stuff. So I'll hold off on that, but I might do some videos on that in the future. So it's sort of how I've sort of been branded anyway, mainly 90s, but a bit either side, so early noughties and late 80s is probably where I'm generally at, but I might do some more recent stuff as well, just the odd video on that. So just bear that in mind. I might sort of change my branding and rephrase it in that sense. But nothing too bad. Like I say, if you come from the 90s, about 70-75% of it will always be around that sort of way, because that's what I want to do at the moment. And even next year, when I say I've done the Mega Drive, I probably want to focus on another system from the 90s, like SNES or the PlayStation, getting games for that, or something like Saturn that I haven't even never played, never had one. So stuff like that I'd really like to get. So that's my channel update and rant out the way about that. Let me show you some nice things that I got. So first of all, let's just do some games I got for this month, other than Mega Drive games, because I've really just been spending it on Mega Drive games and other things, as we'll see. The first game that I picked up was Gran Turismo on the PlayStation, if I hold it nicely. I was really chuffed to get this. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but really looking forward to it. It's in lovely condition, and it's got a nice book with it. The book's in good condition, so really happy with that. To get something complete, I'm not hugely fussed about it, but you know, nice to get it complete like that. And yeah, I had this when this originally came out. Yeah, I was rubbish at it, absolutely rubbish at it. But the soundtrack was good. I'm really fun because it had stuff like Ash on it and Garbage, all sort of current music at the time, and it was really cool. So even though I was kept failing at the tracks, driving the tracks around, yeah, I really like the music, so that was good, and I'm hoping to enjoy that. And hoping, because I do racing games a bit more now, I'm hoping I'll be good at it, but we'll see. So I have fun with that. I'll definitely try and do some gameplay of that, because that's pretty cool. Another game, because people keep mentioning it, I have fancied it, but people have mentioned it recently on some videos I've been watching. You know who you are, because I think quite a few people have. Is Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness. I think it's that everybody's been criticising it in the Metacritic ones, going it's a terrible bad game, but I don't think it's that bad. He says, I haven't played it, I haven't got a booklet for it, got a nice little leaflet thing, which is nice, and the disc is there. But yeah, that's pretty good. I've got to confess myself, when I originally got this, when it came out, I played it, really didn't give it a go. I had a good hour or two on it, and I was rubbish at it, didn't really like it, and I thought, well, I'll trade that in, because it's worth a lot, to get something that I probably would like. So I didn't really give it a go. So it's quite cheap now. I think it was only £1 that one cost me, so I'm happy to have a go at that and a little play at that, because I'm interested. The next one I bought because I'd sort of thought my son would like it, because he's really into Harry Potter at the moment, and I saw it in the shop and I was like, ooh, we'll have a go at that. He didn't really get excited, to be fair, but I'm sure he'll have a go at it. He was on the other day, didn't you get me a game? I'm like, I didn't get you a game. They're my games, but you can play it, because that's what we like, aren't it? It's my collection. But yeah, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. The disc is looks a bit scratched, so I do need to actually get a good go at this, or let my son have a go at it. It's got a nice booklet with it though, if I can put it in screen properly. Ooh, lots of light in it, can't see him. He's like it's on fire, but hey. So yeah, that was pretty good. I'm looking forward to that. I really actually want to get most of them in series, especially the first one on the PS1, because it's supposed to be that bad on the acting, but I never had it at the time, so I really fancy that. That'd be pretty cool. And another one, my goodness, I got to go to a boot sale. Those ones are from like CEX or online, eBay. So I actually went to a boot sale, and I went there and was like, was there any games? Was there, heck? Some early bird had obviously gone up and get them if that's the case, but I found one for a nice 50p job, which I was really happy for. Shadow of Rome. And it sounded interesting. I really don't know a lot about this game. It's all complete, lovely though. Like that disc is in good condition, and yeah, it looks a very violent fight in a Colosseum type job. I'm sure there's a story to it. You'll have to let me know down in the comments if it's any good, but I like that. I was happy with that for a game. I'd have a little try for the collection, and it was only 50p. I was just happy to find something at a boot sale, to be honest, somewhere different, because we're slowly opening over here, aren't we, in the UK. So that's the sort of games in that section out of the way, because what I have been doing recently is I bought a lot of handhelds. A few handhelds anyway, to get me going. Now, like I say, it's been over the past couple of months, and you'll know about one if you watch some of the videos, because first of all, I went out and bought a lovely PSP, an eBay job, but I was quite happy to get it boxed. I was quite surprised at the time. A box complete, and it looks lovely. It's the first one. What's the version? Is it PS? What was it? 1003. It's the first version, basically, you know. But it's lovely, in really good condition, and I played it to death, really. When I figured out, if you watch the video, how to download my games, because I had a PSP, I've had 2 or 3 of them before, and I downloaded some games, bought them online. So I knew if I got one, I thought, well, to start with, before I even start buying games, I've already got loads to download, and it was a bit of a trauma. So watch the video on my site about analog and digital, that rant video, and it sort of explains the trauma I had, or things I didn't think I'd have a problem with trying to do it. It did come with one game, just UMD, Brothers in Arms D-Day. Not really my sort of thing, a bit like early Call of Duty, is it? I guess, sort of. I probably wouldn't even class it as Call of Duty. I'm trying to think of a game. Medal of Honor, there you go, we're going to go Medal of Honor, sort of that one. Yeah, it was all right, don't get me wrong, had a little play, but yeah, not really my cup of tea. So, but yeah, it's there. I'll probably try it another time once I've finished. I'm just playing the Mega Drive collection at the minute now. I could download it, and I've got the EA collection, got all these retro games, so I actually can sit on there and play it. And that's why I wanted to get a PSP, because I'm finding it hard to get on my consoles at the moment with a wife's work and children hogging. Especially at the minute, my lads has been playing Fortnite all week on the computer. I haven't had a look in on my PS4, so there you go. Anyway, so I've got PlayStation, PlayStation Portable, because I wanted one of them. And then what I really wanted to start doing, I thought I really want to get a Game Boy, because I had a Game Boy when I was younger, and I had the Game Boy Advance. I wasn't a huge fan of a DS when it came out, and I ended up going to Sony and getting a PSP. But while I was looking on eBay for stuff and all that lot, it's really expensive to get a Game Boy, and the Game Boy Advance were. So I thought, well, if I can get a DS, it can play Game Boy Advance games. And I thought it could play Game Boy. It's only the first version that could play Game Boy, or I might be completely wrong with that. You'd have to tell me down in the comments. That original big grey block thing that came out as a DS. Anyway, but I found a lovely DS Lite, a nice black one, lovely condition again, and it was a bargain price. It came in a nice big heavy case, which I haven't got out to show you, but a big rock solid carry case, like a proper official Nintendo one, which was awesome. And it came with a couple of games, but they were just basically Bejeweled, whatever year it is, in the next year. So this person who had it before really liked Bejeweled, but I got that for a steal. You know, it's got a back plug with it and everything. I think it's about 20 quid. And if you look on CEX and everything, they're like 50, 60 quid or something, if not more. So that was a bit of a steal, I felt, off an eBay purchase. A really good one. So I got that. I also got a couple of other games that came in another bundle, but I should throw them in now, which were Game Boy Advance ones. I can't even read this one. Yu-Gi-Oh! There you go. Yu-Gi-Oh! Certain version. I think there's several of them when I looked into it. It's a card game, isn't it? Yu-Gi-Oh! If you've no idea like me. 2004 tournament version. Had a look at it, had no idea, thought never going to play this, so never going to play that. One I haven't even looked at yet though, but I got with it though, was Star Wars Flight of a Falcon. I was like, oh cool, that might not be bad, but when I looked at the Metascore when we were doing those videos, I think it got pretty well. I think it was late 49, 48, something like that. So yeah, so I got a lovely DS that I was very happy with and everything, and I got a couple of games to go with it. The key ones being a I don't think I've only got it on a cart. Let me see if I can find the cart, because I'm very rubbish like that. Didn't get them out because it's in the machine. Super Mario 64 DS. Because I thought I wanted to play Mario 64, obviously on a handheld. I haven't bought the Switch version because I've got it on the N64 somewhere. I've got it on Wii downloaded and everything. So I thought I'll get a DS version because it's slightly different. You play as different characters. You play as Yoshi to start with, and I think you unlock Mario and everything as you go along. I find the controls really difficult and hard to use, and it just made me think, oh, do you know, I'd really like in the future to get a 3DS because it's got the analog sticks and everything. So that's one for the future. But I got that game, had a little go at it. It's just hard to use the analog stick to, the D-pad to move around. What are you talking about, Chris? And some main ones, the main Nintendo ones I obviously want to get. I got a Bomberman, which is absolutely awesome because it's Bomberman. You just like the old game in Bomberman. Have it on most systems. There you go. It's got a lovely booklet with it. Amazing condition. Really happy with that one. But I've got Bomberman on had obviously played it on the SNES, had it on SNES, GameCube, played it to death with everyone. That was a great party game, isn't it? 4-player Bomberman. Had it on the Wii. I got it on the Switch the other day in the sale to download. Just so you can play, not the story mode usually, just the battle mode, isn't it, against your friends. And of course, I got Mario Kart DS because you just need a bit of Mario Kart. And this one's actually a very good one. I quite enjoy this one. Again, it's got the booklets with it. Not as immaculate condition as the Bomberman. But yeah, still really happy that's in good condition. Again, it's nice to have them in the box and everything. But like the Mario 64 was like really ridiculously expensive to get in the box, especially off eBay. At the time, it's like 30 quid or something. Whereas I managed to just get the car, got it for 3 or 4 quid in the end. So bargain there, got the game I wanted to play. So that was really cool. Then at the same time, because I wanted to get a Game Boy, I sort of got these games in a part of a deal, like the Game Boy Advance ones and everything. I wanted to get a Game Boy. Even though I couldn't get a Game Boy, I found, which again you might see in the video, Super Game Boy. So I could play it, and I thought then I can play them on stream or make videos, as it were. So I got quite a few Game Boy games to go with it as well, which was handy, because the other day, whilst eBaying as you do, I managed to find a Game Boy. Now what I was doing after I'd done, if you've seen my Master System video, fixing stuff, I thought, well, can I find one cheap? Because there's loads of you going spares and repairs. Can I find one that needs sort of fixing and I can fix sort of cheap? Not that I like to do fixing. I would love to just like stuff to work. But again, if this is how I can get a console, I need to fix something, it's worth having a go at, isn't it? So I had a look and I found one. It didn't seem to have anything wrong with it, looking at the pictures, as you do. But I was a bit sceptical because it was quite cheap. Lots of people were bidding on it. And I thought, what am I missing? But I thought I'll have a punt. So I got it and I managed to get it for £30 with your postage and everything. So I was happy with that. Just a Game Boy on its own. And I'll show you a nice picture though of what was actually wrong with it. When you actually turned it on, it had those lines down the screen. And what the person had done in the picture, they turned the contrast up and everything so you couldn't really see it. I was a bit like, you're thinking, oh, it's just the angle they're taking a shot. But this is eBay. See, people are quite clever at their pictures, aren't they, for a reason. So had to solve that. And I'd watched a couple of videos already of how to fix this. It's just, you could open it up, get your soldering iron on it, because it's basically the connections with the screen on the sort of pad at the back, and you just basically need to solder it and heat it and stick it back on, basically, and the lines will disappear. And I thought, well, can give that a go. Free. I've got a soldering iron because I bought one already to fix my Master System. So I had a go at that, and that just worked really well. A bit of a downside then is I thought it just had a bit of muck on the screen when I got it. It looked like paint. I don't know what they'd done to it, and it was on the inside. It was really weird. So I got a bit of alcohol to sort of get rid of it, and I cleaned everything else up, but it just wouldn't come off there. So that was a bit annoying. So I had to get another screen for it. I could have got a plastic one for about £3, but I got a glass one for £5. Again, not too extortionate, and just took it on. So yeah, and if you can sort of see the difference, it's really good. It looks like a proper Game Boy. And yeah, so I'm really happy with how that's come out. It just looks really nice. The screen, if you look really closely, isn't 100% sat down in one corner, which is slightly annoying. I probably need a plastic one to fit it down, but I did have a good clean of it. to stick it down, but maybe that's a bit of work. But I'm not planning on selling it, at least not for the time being. If I suddenly change my mind and everything. But that means I could play my games now. I've got a Game Boy. I was well happy because like they're 90 odd quid in CEX as a sort of margin, like around the £100 mark to get one on eBay. So yeah, so to get one, you know, essentially 40 quid I'd spend because I had to buy the special screwdriver. Because Nintendo have a special screwdriver, but I've got it for the future now. So it's about 40 quid I spent on it. Quite happy, I had to do a little repair, so that was alright. That was okay, quite happy with that. But what games, Chris, did you get with it? You're ranting. Well, in some bundles, in no particular order, I got Test Drive 5, sort of racing game. 6, can't even read. Test Drive 6. I had a little play with it, that's quite good. Quite nice, not really played too much of it, but alright. A bit like Wave Race, which I quite like Wave Race though. I had it on the N64. I've got a video of me playing it on the N64 on my channel if you want to have a check on that. Yeah, that's quite fun. That's quite good. Had a little play with that. Mario and Yoshi, which is essentially like Columns, is the best one to sort of describe it, isn't it? I think you've got to match stuff together. I haven't really played it, but it's one of them games, and I've seen videos of before. So it, yeah, sort of matching stuff. Am I talking rubbish? Might be talking rubbish on that one. I'd have to show you some gameplay footage. Because of the Super Game Boy, ones that came with it is Space Invaders. And you got a special version for the Super Game Boy, just jazzes it up a bit, makes it colour. But Space Invaders, based on the Game Boy, is cool, as always. Because it's Space Invaders. Who doesn't like Space Invaders? Of course, we've got Tetris. Now, Tetris is a lot of fun, isn't it? See, I couldn't sit there for hours with Tetris. I don't know if you're actually designed to sit there for hours playing Tetris. But you can have a good crack at it for a bit, can't you? Like 15-20 minutes worth of Tetris, a good solid game. And you're like, right, that's enough Tetris for me. And one that I did really actually like and fancy, it just came in a bundle, was Tasmania 2, I believe. Yes, 2. Can't read it. Tasmania 2, which I did want to play after doing my Mega Drive video and sort of looking at that, into the Tasmania on the Mega Drive and the different versions they did. And I've actually played this quite a lot, really, on the Game Boy recently. It's quite good. It's a nice little platformer. Going along and everything. So yeah, quite a nice little game. No doubt you'll start seeing videos of this sort of thing on my channel because I like to do them. So instead of 9 minutes and 90s, I might just do some handheld videos and just general review videos, play some games and do proper review videos. Can't even speak. So you might see a bit of change of that on my channel as well, but you'll hopefully get to see the games in some form or other. So as I said, bought lots of handhelds, and I should have left it at that. And I hadn't intended to leave it at that because I've pretty much got the Game Boy that I wanted. The only thing, like I said, I mentioned I wanted a 3DS, but I thought, oh, they're really expensive. They're like, you know, the XL ones and all that lot, especially like £110 CEX, and they go for a lot on eBay. But that's the problem when you start buying stuff off eBay. They just start pinging you things, going, you might like this. Have a look, it's really cheap. So I did. And I put a bid in, and I got it at a really good price because I got one. I got it for £40 in the end, which was amazing. For the end, got the plug and everything, and one game which I haven't even brought in because it's Goosebumps. That's going. Don't want to play that, but I got a lovely pink one, and that's probably why it's cheap. People didn't want pink. I don't mind it's pink. You can get cases to cover it, for goodness sakes, if you're bothered about pink. But pink's fine by me. It did confuse my daughter because she came down going, what's that? What's Mummy's got? It's not Mummy's. Is it for me? No. And she's like, is it for Holly, the dog? Girl dog? No. It's Daddy's. That's not Daddy. It's Daddy's. It's pink. It's fine. What's wrong with pink? But anyway, yeah, it's lovely. I really like it. It's got the only thing downside to this one, which I don't think is a big problem at all, is it's got, I can't even see on screen. Ooh, where's the camera, Chris? It's got a little crack basically here on the hinge. You can just see it by my finger there. It doesn't seem to affect it though. I haven't had one before, so it makes a clicking sound when you open it. Is it supposed to click, or is that the hinge broken? But either way, it's really good. I really like that. I like that you can obviously download stuff on it. A bit like the Switch store and all that lot, so that's really cool. Some classic games. Not that I'd like to download, I'd rather get stuff on cart now, but that was a nice feature to have. So, I don't know. Even though I got that first DSC, I might trade that in now, because I'd rather have a Game Boy Advance, a little flip open one, the second one with the backlight, to play the games on, and it would play my Game Boy games as well, wouldn't it? With a backlight, that'd be handy. more than, yeah, because I think I'm going to play all the DS games on that and the 3DS. And what I really liked about it and why I actually wanted to get one is you can get some of the more classic Nintendo games that I like the Zeldas. There's a few different Zeldas on the 3DS I haven't wanted. Plus, there's a Spirit Tracks, is it, on the DS? And what was the other one called? Was it, I want to say Phantom Hourglass. I might be wrong with that, but that just pops in mind on the DS. So they were really cool ones I've never really played before. And you also got some Metroid ones on there, which were awesome. You can also get Ocarina of Time, sort of remaster of that, and Majora's Mask. And it's just games, I've already got copies of them, but because they're on console, I don't really have time to play them or get opportunity. So actually thinking on a handheld would be good. And I would have thought they would put them on Switch by now, but they haven't. So we'll see. No doubt they will in the future with Zelda, isn't it? And just getting the Skyward Sword, isn't it, coming out on that. But I digress again. So anyway, I've got lots of handhelds now, so you might start seeing lots of handheld stuff on my channel. And you might also see in pickups, because I want to buy lots of PSP games now. Definitely buy some Game Boy stuff, that's what I really wanted in the first place. But I might also buy some DS stuff as well. And as you can see, I've ludicrously spent a bit more money than I thought, like I was saying at the start, basically, because I would have got these things, but a bit more over time. But I've just seemed to have got them, especially in the past month. I've got the Game Boy and the 3DS, and it was the other month I only got the PSP and the DS, so it's like, yeah, a bit too much money really. Shouldn't always spend it at once, so I'll hold back on that just for a while. But like I say, lots of content on my channel if you want to watch that, and I will buy some stuff later in the year. So anyway, that's me ranted, caught up, hopefully showing you some nice things. So thanks for watching. If you managed to get to the end of this, it was a long one, wasn't it? But yeah, and tune in next week for some more videos. I've got to do a Mega Drive video. It's ready, when to go. Like I say, I bought some Mega Drive games this month, so I've got to do that one. So that'll probably be next week's video, but I might try and do a gameplay one in between. But as I emphasised at the start, videos might just not be on time. Friday's the sort of day I put it out, but it might be the end of the day or Saturday morning if it's really late at the moment, especially with sort of summer holidays and me going on holiday in the future. But thanks for watching, as always. Much appreciated for your support. Write some lovely things down in the comments if you want to, and give this video a big thumbs up. And I will see you next time. Bye.